Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone. It's so good to be back again this week, and so good that we're going to get together and we're going to talk a little bit more about anxiety. So I hope you guys are sitting in a comfortable position because we always have to practice a little bit of breath work and relaxation at the very end of the broadcast. So go ahead and find that comfortable place. Hopefully you're there already. And we're going to talk a little bit about anxiety. I'm going to give you like 1 minute to go ahead and find that comfortable position as well as a pen and paper because we're going to write some things down here in just a little bit. Okay, did you guys find that comfortable position and that pen and paper? Because we're going to use that here shortly. So we're going to continue our little chat on anxiety. And last time we talked about just making that choice, choosing not to be anxious or walk around with all that anxiety. What is anxiety? Anxiety is another form of, it's a type of fear. It's a word that we use to describe some type of fear. And that is usually to do with something that's going on in our thoughts that we feel is a threat of something that's going to happen, something that's maybe not happening right now, but it's something that we fear or we're concerned about that's going to happen in a manner that we are afraid of or not going to affect us in a positive way, but in a more negative way. And usually those anxiety feelings, those fears, we're going to call them fears, they are usually not going to happen at all. Remember the last time we said, what we think is real is not always factual, it's not always real. So fear and anxiety, it can be something that lasts for a short term because it could be you're at work and you had a project that you didn't finish and your boss is going to come in 30 minutes and you're going to have to explain to him or to her that you didn't finish that project, or it could be facing a spouse about a situation, or it can be anything. It could be concerns about the children, think may be occurring or could occur in any of those situations or other situations. And so we want to take control of those anxious feelings. It may be something that you're working on that you feel like you can't do, but you really want to do it, or a dream that you have, and it's taking too long for it to take place. Or you may be in a court case or something, and you may not think that you can come out on top, but maybe you can. So we want to attack the anxiety as it is attacking us. We want to attack that anxiety. And what I mean by that, take control of it. We want to take control of it. And that's what I want you to do right now, because in episodes before this, we talked about mindset and how mindset will affect your life. Your mindset makes a difference on how your life turns out day by day. So we want to make sure that we are thinking right, that we are knowing the right things and doing the right things, saying the right things, because all of that affects our day-to-day. It affects our life. And we want to enjoy our lives. Anxiety or those negative, fearful emotions can take over your life, affecting your ability to eat, your ability to sleep, concentrate, even your ability to travel, fear of traveling, fear that something may happen. So it can affect you enjoying your life, or even it can get as bad as being afraid to leave your home. Get a job, take on a job opportunity because of fear of failure, or endeavoring and continuing your education because, I didn't do so good in school, in high school, so why would I go to college? It could be so many things. And this can hold you back from doing things that you want to do in life. It can affect your health because anxiety brings on stress, and stress can affect your health in so many different ways. Some people become so overwhelmed in fear that they avoid situations that could cause them to prosper in life, that could cause them to move forward into their dreams. You're on a journey and you are doing well, and all of a sudden you hit a brick wall. Some type of fear comes along, or anxiety comes along. You step back and you decide you're not going to pursue this thing anymore. You're not going to continue on because you've allowed yourself to become fearful. And you don't want to do that. You want to conquer these feelings. So what are we going to do right now? We're going to go ahead, and I want to give you 3 minutes. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to write down some things. I'm going to be talking to you in these 3 minutes, but I'm going to be asking you a couple of questions, and then I want you to write some affirmations, some positive affirmations, and I'll give you some examples. I'll give you some examples, and I want you to follow suit. I want you to write some affirmations down. You don't have to do it during this broadcast, and you can do it if you feel that you want to, but you can write down some affirmations. Keep them before you. What I mean by affirmations, some positive sayings that will remind you that you can do anything you desire to do, have the life that you want to have. You don't have to have any fears. Remembering that everything that you can actually see may not be real. What you hear may not be real. What you're feeling most of the time is not real if it's negative. So you don't want to be one of those people that become so overwhelmed by fear and want to avoid situations that make them frightened or anxious. Sometimes when you're endeavoring something really great, really big, and that's really going to be great for you, fear comes up. But you have to conquer that and push forward. We all hit brick walls. That's what it's called, a brick wall. You got to learn to knock that wall down, be determined, and be encouraged within yourself. And that's what affirmations do. It will cause you to be encouraged. You can encourage yourself. You have to practice. If you don't break those habits of allowing anxiety to take control of your life, you will always be that way. And it can be hard to break that cycle, but you have to make a positive decision. I'm going to do it because it's holding me back. You can learn to feel less fearful and cope with those fears. You can do that so that it doesn't stop you from living the life that you want to live. So go ahead, get your pen and paper in your hand really quick. I want to ask you, what makes you afraid? What makes you anxious? And some of you may say a lot of things may make me feel afraid, make me anxious. A lot of things may be stressing me out because I am anxious about those things. Fear of failure, etc. So many things. Listen, as you're writing these things, the answer down, know this, that just knowing what makes you afraid and why it can be that thing that makes you afraid, knowing this, what makes you afraid and why it makes you afraid, that can be the first step in sorting out this thing and getting rid of it, conquering it, because you want to manage and reduce the stress in your life so that you can live the life that you want, and taking control of anxiety will help you to do so. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, another question. When you are afraid, what is it in the situation that makes you anxious? And because anxiety is a type of fear, kind of goes hand in hand. So you probably say, what is she asking me? What do you worry about when you're in fear? What makes you worry? What is that thing that makes you worry? What is it in that situation that's causing anxiety? What is it that is making you worry? What is it in that fear that's making you worry? What does it feel like? What exactly does it feel like? Does it make you breathe fast? Possibly. That's why we're going to do some breath work. Does it make you feel weak? Does it make you sweat? Do you feel dizzy? Does it make you not want to eat? Sometimes people have cold sweat, tense muscles, sometimes your stomach churns. That's a lot of people have that same reaction. Taps your belly. Okay. Now, I want you to, underneath that, I want you to write, I am going to conquer this. I got this. I'm going to conquer this. And anxiety will no longer have a hold on me. And you don't have to do this during the broadcast. Underneath what I just told you to write, I want you to write some affirmations. I can conquer anxiety. I'm just giving you some examples. I'm stronger than this. I can push through this thing because I am strong. I can have in life whatever I want. I can live the life that I want. I just have to do these things and make a quality decision to stick with it no matter what. I am strong. Okay, so now we do that. I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to relax. And now I want you to take 5 deep breaths in and 5 deep breaths out. In and out. In and and on your last personal deep breath in, and you exhale, I want you to exhale all the way up. I want you to hold that breath. And I want you to inhale one more time. When you exhale, I want you to exhale release it all the way out. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Now you feel relaxed. You can do that anytime that you feel that you need to do that in order to release some anxiety. Because the anxiety will just move away, and you take those steps that you just wrote down. Figure out what's making you anxious. Deal with it. And repeat those affirmations. Even if it's said 10 or 20 times until you just feel it. Say, I'm strong. Anxiety has no control over me. I am in control of my stress level. I am in control of anxiety. Always love being with you guys. It's always great. You guys have a wonderful day. You are so much fun to talk with and spend time with. I love it. Have a wonderful day. Shalom.